Alright, so Silly Sally for school agers is going to look drastically different than activities for infants, toddler 1s, toddler 2s, and preschool, which is 3 through 5. For school agers, this is a book that they should be able to read by themselves, but school agers still like to be read to as well. So, the activity that I have, it's actually from a program that I was going through when I was working in a Montessori school. And I was planning on working, or I was about to work with first, second, and third graders. So this is perfect for, this activity is perfect for a child who can read by themselves but need activities to go along with the book. So yeah, I'm just, because I have not actually done this with a child before, I'm going to just read what I have on my laptop right here, because you know, sometimes you gotta work with what you have in your hands. So, activity number 1, Silly Sally by Audrey Wood. You are going to read this book to the child, to the group, the child, the small group, however you decide to read to the child or group. You're still going to read this book to them. You are still going to be very animated when you read it to them. Just how I read it in the read aloud, you can read it that way. You can be as dramatic as when I read it to the infant toddlers. You can be just as informative as I read it to the preschool room, or they can just read it themselves, and then you give them activities. So the component for this activity, activity number 1, is working on comprehension. So learning about what the book, what the story actually tells you about. The category, demonstrate understanding of fiction and nonfiction text elements. It's very technical. We're just going to see if they can realize what's real and what's not. Fiction and nonfiction. So this is for a child who is an emergent reader. So the specific goal says identify some main events and characters in text, and then the print focus their work. So okay, let me explain. So the emergent, I have that in pink because that's where the child is at their level. So identify some main events and characters in text. That tells me that this is for a young child, maybe a kindergartner, possibly first grade. The print focused work, that's in green, that says where we want to get them to, where we want to scaffold them to, what we want them to learn from this activity. And I have identify the setting and most key events and characters. Again, that's for a very young child, possibly a kindergartner, possibly first grade. I have the Common Core goal in here. So I have Common Core goals for you to work on with your kids. I have SL.1.4, describe people, places, things, and events with relevant details expressing ideas and feelings, clearly setting, describe people, places, things, and events with relevant details expressing ideas and feelings, clear settings or events. Let me change that right now. So basically being able to describe what's going on in the story. Okay. I also have another Common Core alignment, RL.K.3.